Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year! It is literally January the 1st. So yeah, we started off like that. But even though we are now in the year 2025, as me recording this video, and by the time this video drop, we still gonna look back to 2024 because I gotta bring you guys my top 10 moments from 2024, and we're gonna do this while catching Pokemon that was from that time research, the community day time research. So we got a Raleigh here that's not shiny. We're gonna go ahead and capture that, and we're gonna see if it's a hundo, does it have good IVs, or is it just plain old trash that I need to just transfer away. So let's see what we, oh, this got the background. Okay, so look, the leftover background is here. I'm still gonna transfer it because the IVs are terrible. All right, so as you can clearly see, oh wait, there's a Jigglypuff I didn't check. Let's check that real quick. Not shiny. Let's get on with the video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. It's your boy True Inferno. Today's day is the new year. It's literally January the 1st. So it ain't just the first of the month, it's the first of the year. And as you can see with the game, oh, there's a Wumple, not shiny. I got the Wumple and I got the Hoo-Hoo first day of this event, which is crazy. And now that I think about it, looking back, the Hoo-Hoo was the last shiny that I got from 2024. That was the very last shiny that I got for 2024. These two on the same day, which was crazy. So, anywho, what we're gonna be looking at is this: the community day continue time research, which expires in like 3 days and 8 hours as of me recording this video. I completed all of that, so we're gonna claim all of these rewards, capture all these Pokemon towards another research. This one right here. So, with all that said, we are also going to look back at my top 10 moments from 2024. So let's check and see what this is. It's a Chansey, not shiny. Now let's look at number 10. Number 10, as I'm catching the Chansey, and oh, I got a critical catch on the Chansey. Okay, that's what's up. And this one have the background. Okay, so, but the IVs are trash. Transfer. Number 10, we don't really have to go that far in the year. Instead, we have to go back to November. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the very first ever Wild Area event. Not the one that took place in Fukuoka, but I'm talking about the global version. So I was out that entire weekend in Royal Oak, and I was hanging around with the community that featured a community ambassador. And yeah, it was pretty fun. We were doing a lot of Gigantamax raids. So what was it? I think it was Tostricity that was out during the time. So that was pretty fun to take part in, and I obviously got a bunch of shinies rather, and also Mighty Pokemon was in the game, so that was pretty cool as well. Of course, the Snorlax with the jacket, I did get that shiny as well, so that was fun. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, Litten, not shiny. So that entire event was pretty much fun. Got a lot of shinies throughout that event, and you know, I was exploring downtown Royal Oak, which is something that I have never done regarding Pokemon Go. That is, I've been down there plenty of times, but not where I was playing Pokemon Go. Transfer. So that was fun. That was a good moment. That was a good moment for me. Let's move on to number 9. Number 9, this one lasted an entire weekend. And this weekend, like, it was the weekend before I went to Hawaii for Worlds, or made an attempt to go to Hawaii because of the whole plane fiasco, but that's another story for another day. But why am I talking about that weekend? There was no Go Fest going on that weekend or anything like that. Why is this weekend on my list? Because Brandon Ton came to town. So yeah, I was hanging with Brandon Ton that entire weekend because he was like traveling all around the world. Let's check this. Bellsprout, not shiny. And yeah, he made a stop in the Metro Detroit area. So he was around there. I believe he got there Friday. Yeah, so he was there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that was pretty fun hanging out with Brandon Ton. And then going to different places. Some of them I've been to before, and it's been a while since I've been there. Others I've never been before. So that was pretty fun to also explore more of the, well, this is like kind of further north of the Metro Detroit area. But it's still kind of fun, you know, it's still kind of fun to explore what's all around the Michigan area as a whole. So shout out to Brandon Ton for giving me the opportunity to do that. Shout out to Brandon Ton for showing up here. But yeah, that was pretty fun hanging out with Brandon Ton before I made my way to Hawaii, which is also on this list, by the way. So there you go with that. Let's move on to number 8. We got another check to do here. Let's see what this one is. Bounce rate, not shiny. 187 CP. Number 8. I don't remember exactly when this happened. This was like during the springtime though. But I had to drive to this exact spot and I had to leave the state. What am I talking about? You want a hint? As I'm transferring this Brown Street right there. Here's the hint. That's the hint right here. That's the hint. That's the hint. So, give up. Number 8. I competed at my first PvP regional tournament. Yes, I actually competed at a regional tournament, but this one took place in Indianapolis, Indiana. So yeah, I was down there once again, but this time I was actually competing, and I actually won 2 matches. One of them was by default because my opponent didn't show up in the loser bracket, but it was still fun to compete, and I managed to get some W's in that tournament. So yeah, that was pretty fun hanging with Laura Drew down there, and you know, members of the PvP community was down there as well. So yeah, I actually had a good time in Indianapolis once again, competing this time. Let's see what this is right here. Goomy, not shiny. That would have been a cool shiny with the background on it. So yeah, that was fun. I really enjoyed myself in Indy. Now let's move on to number 7. Number 7, with the Goomy, IVs are trash, so you know what I'm about to do. Transfer it. Let's move on to another check, and then I can explain to you what number 7 is on the list. And what is this? Although that was shiny for a second, it did look like it, but it's not shiny. Number 7, this one happened in September. This happened in September, and y'all probably figure out what I'm talking about. So let's not sugarcoat this, and let me just get into it. TwitchCon. Yeah, I went to my very first TwitchCon. I went to San Diego for the very first time, and then this was actually the 3rd time this year that I've been to Cali. Which is crazy because 2 months, well really next month, I'm going back to Cali, which is, it's just crazy. That whole fiasco is just crazy. But nevertheless, yeah, TwitchCon. So the reason why TwitchCon is low on my list, especially for those who went and I was hanging out with, was because again, this is more geared towards the Pokemon Go, not my personal experience. Because otherwise, TwitchCon would be way higher than this. But even though I was seeing people for the first time in person, that is, and even though TwitchCon was better than I thought it would be. I'll be honest, TwitchCon was better than I thought it would be. But when it comes to Pokemon Go, there wasn't really much of a presence down there involving Pokemon Go. So that's why number 7 on the list. Even though there was that research event, you know, half of it was good because we got a new shiny out of it. The other half, because it was a shiny that was already in the game and I already had it. So it was like, it was on that Sunday. But TwitchCon was great. My entire time in San Diego was great. And like there was some issues here and there, but overall my experience at TwitchCon was great. Alright, let's move on to number 6. Number 6, I gotta go into my storage for this one. So if I go to search, and then I go to, not search more, we're gonna search less. I have my favorites. There's one thing that I'm about to click on. Y'all probably should be seeing it right now. It's not the 0%. It's not the regionals. It's not the star checks. I don't know what that is, but it's not that either. It's this. Shundos. Remember I hatched this? I hatched that shiny Cleffa during that one event. Yeah, that happened on April the 28th. And then I didn't hatch it until the very next day when I was at, what was that place called? Belle Isle. I was at Belle Isle looking for a Wiglet. And I did find a Wiglet, but before I found a Wiglet, I hatched this right here, the shiny, this Shundo actually, Cleffa. And then I was like, you know what? We just gonna evolve it all the way up, and I powered it up all the way up to, we're not level 50, although I may be able to do that. Let's do it right now. Level 50 Shundo Cleffa. That's what we have right here, ladies and gentlemen. Level 50. Oh, maybe it's not level 50. Okay, what's level 50 then? Is this level 50 right here? Well, I went out of Candy XLs, but there it is, yep. Now it's at level 50. Level 50 Shundo Cleffa. It don't have much use in raids, and it don't have much use in PvP Master League, but it's a Shundo. Why wouldn't I power this up? So yeah, that was crazy to get that at Belle Isle the day after the Cleffa Hatch Day event ended. And the funny thing about that event was I hatched a shiny. I hatched a few shinies on that day, and I hatched a Hundo on that day. And then the next day I hatched a Shundo. And I literally said, yo, I don't know what I would do if I get a Shundo. I mean, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Now let's move on to number 5. Number 5 had me going through my Pokemon storage once again. So you're probably wondering, what am I looking for this time? So this one happened early in the year. It was February. So just by me saying that, you're probably wondering, it may have something to do with was it Go Tour? No, not exactly. Let me check the save bar real quick. Okay, we gotta go further back some more. It doesn't involve Go Tour though. Even though Go Tour was a great experience, we'll talk more about that later. But it does not involve Go Tour. It involved what happened after Go Tour. There it is. There it is. What am I talking about? Look at this. Golden Gate. And then we got Shiny GGB. And then we got these two as well. So you probably wondering, and this one was a hundo? No, okay, this was 93%er. So you're probably wondering, what is all this? Like, what is all this? You see where I caught that? San Francisco. Yeah, I was in San Francisco. So San Francisco, my trip to San Francisco, number 5 on this list. It was great, even though it's a bit expensive, but it was great hanging around the Golden Gate Bridge, actually being on the Golden Gate Bridge, which was also fantastic. So yeah, my time in San Francisco was great. And obviously Worlds will be there, obviously not this year because it'll be in Anaheim, but next year, 2026. So that's going to be a fun trip as well. So yeah, the Golden Gate Bridge, and that was the first Pokemon I caught while I was standing next to the Golden Gate Bridge. So yeah, that was a fun experience right there. So yeah, that was pretty fun. Now let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is near and dear to me because I have been hunting this Pokemon for years. And every time, whether it was around because of some event or because I was in Florida or the Bahamas or whatever the case may be, I could never get this Pokemon and it would drive me nuts. But it changed this year. Global Go Fest. What am I talking about? The Shiny Corsola. I was so happy to get this Shiny Corsola. This happened on July the 14th. I was so thrilled to get this. And then the beauty of it is, I got 2 of them on the same day. I got 2 of these shinies on the exact same day. So that's a load off of my shoulders right there. I was so happy to get this right here. I'm like thrilled to see this in my collection because I have been hunting this thing for years. So yeah, me getting the Shiny Corsola it cracked my top 5. It's number 4 on my list. But it ain't number 3 though. It ain't top 3. Let's get to number 3. Number 3, as we're now about to go back to opening or checking some Pokemon here. Let's see what this one is. Oh, it's a Popplio, but it's not shiny. Boo, here it says. Number 3 happened during the springtime. Speaking of going to Florida, that's what this is, the Florida trip. So what happened here? First off, it all started with me going to Clearwater for Jesse and Rachel's wedding. And let me check the Popplio real quick. That's not shiny. So yeah, Jesse and Rachel's wedding happened in Clearwater, Florida on the beach. And I was down there for a few days. And then afterward, I took a train to Orlando where I hooked up with V2 Mike. I stayed with him, his family, and his spot for a weekend. And then I took another train to Jacksonville where I met up with Shanna Lee. And this was actually our first time meeting in person. I actually saw Vodka, her dog. So that was fun. We were hanging out in Jacksonville for a couple of days as well. We did the anime karaoke spot, which was fantastic. Had a loads of fun there. So yeah, that Florida trip was really, really great, if I do say so myself. Let's do another check real quick. Ponyta, regular one, not shiny. Boo, his sis. All right, we're gonna catch it, check the IVs. Meanwhile, let's go to number 2. Okay, let me set the stage for you guys real quick. So we got the Ponyta here first off. That's not shiny. The IVs are crap. We're gonna do another check right now. And let me see. Here we go, right here. This is a Glen Ponyta, but it's not shiny. And hopefully this will have good IVs right there. But let me set the stage for you guys real quick. It's January, just like it is right now. And Michigan is in the semifinals for the national championship game. The 4 teams left are Washington, Texas, who played against each other later tonight. But the first game that happened before that one was Michigan against Alabama. That game happened at the Rose Bowl Stadium. We needed overtime. Excuse me. We needed overtime. Ooh, this is 93. We're going to keep this. We needed overtime, but we got the victory. So what that means is the following week, we were going to be playing in the national championship game, which just so happened to be against Washington. It was at a different location. I forgot where it was at. It was not at the Rose Bowl Stadium. It would have been cool if it was, but it wasn't. But nevertheless, we won that game. We became national champions. So yes, the Michigan Wolverines became national champions. And then about a week after that, I go to the Rose Bowl Stadium, the same stadium where Michigan beat Alabama on their way to winning the championship. We talking Go Tour in Pasadena. Yes, that was so sentimental to me to be inside the Rose Bowl Stadium. I was on the field. I was in the VIP booth. I was on the golf course that was behind it, playing Pokémon Go. And Pasadena as a whole was great. Like, that whole experience was great. It was so sentimental to be in that stadium after what Michigan have accomplished like a month prior. It was so amazing, and I was so happy to be there, and I'm so happy for all that to go down. Like, I was thrilled, very, very thrilled for all that to go down. And you would think that would be my number one. No, that's just my number two. Here's my number one moment from 2024. Number one, as this Serato is not shiny, unfortunately, but we're going to capture it and see what the IVs are on this thing. Number one, come on now, y'all should know what it is. It's me going to Pokemon Worlds, which is in Hawaii, for my birthday. I mean, come on, you can't make this up. Worlds in Hawaii on my birthday? I mean, come on now. This one got interesting IVs. We're gonna keep that one. So, I mean, come on, man. Going to Hawaii. This is actually my second time going to Hawaii, because I went there last year for a layover after I left Japan. And the last thing I was doing in Japan, I was at Worlds in Japan in 2023. And then they announced that I go be in Hawaii. I'm like, bruh, I have a layover the next day. So, next day, flew out of Japan, made it to Hawaii. And I was there for like 8 hours. And then this past year, I was in Hawaii for Worlds. And that was a great trip. That was a great, great trip, if I do say so myself. And the fact that World's Championship Sunday was on my birthday, icing on the cake, pun intended. It was phenomenal. And I just want to point out that I actually got my pictures taken, and I met Jaden Animations, and I was fanboying like a mug inside. I kept my composure, but I was fanboying like crazy on the inside. The fact that I actually got to meet and hang out with Jaden Animations was phenomenal. And there was a bunch of other creators there as well who are all cool. So that was fun. That was really, really fun. I really enjoyed myself in Hawaii at Worlds. And the funny thing is, this year, 2025, there more likely will be a family trip to Hawaii. So I will be going to Hawaii 3 straight years in a row, which is crazy. So the Mankey is not shiny. The IVs are crappy. I'm going to transfer it. And that will do it. Oh, let's check this hoop. Not shiny. So that would do it for my 10 moments from 2024. So there you go with that, ladies and gentlemen. I want to put on a star piece, and I want to put on a lucky egg, because I'm about to get a bunch of XP and dust, actually. So let's go right here. Here it is. 10,000 XP, which should be about like 20,000 or 15,000, just like the dust. Oh no, that was 20,000. Okay, cool. So there you go with that. And also, we can claim this as well, and I need to evolve a Pokemon. So let's do that real quick. Let's evolve a Pokemon. Let me see. Can we evolve the Rumple? No, we cannot evolve the Rumple. I'm gonna actually evolve a Hoop. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Not that one. I don't want to evolve that one. You know what? No, I don't want to do that either. I'm wishy-washy. Let's evolve the Ponyta with the background. Let's do that. That makes more sense. All right. So if you reached this part of the video, leave in the comment section below top 10. If you reached this part in the video, leave in the comment section below top 10. And at the very end of this video, you should see 2 cards. One of them will be the last video that I put out, which is, I believe, me reviewing my top 5 goals, or my 5 goals that I made for myself to accomplish in 2024. The other video will be something that YouTube recommends, so go ahead and check that out. And I'm not gonna claim all that. That's too much. I'm not gonna claim all that for you guys either. That's too much as well. So I'm gonna do that off camera as my phone blowing up. It's the new year. Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully 2025 will be as good as 2024 for me, and hopefully 2025 will be good for you. And I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know this boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah. It is literally July. Subscribe. Thanks, man. Do it. After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon so you never miss a new video or a live stream ever again. Thanks, guys.
Blue is the trainer, articulating paint. With my tongue, I done things that people said I can't. Now they ranking with the elite, but it's for the people, and victory is part of defeat. Cause when you get back on your feet, then you try again. Learn from mistakes, show them that I got what it takes, and I'm dying to win. I'ma hit and move away.